Welcome back to lesson 24 of 5-minute Wing Chun and the ball method. In lesson 23 we looked very distinctly at this idea of thrusting the blade and moving basically around the apex of the person so we can get a very good strike, especially with the weapon, and keeping and maintaining a certain distance, a survival space between me and them, and a survival space when I'm using the weapon as well. But just to look at this with the ball, so we can actually practice this where, you know, maybe when we ain't got the weapons and there's other people around, we don't want to frighten them. So we can get the ball and actually practice this as well, so we can bring our actual technique back in and see this more combatively when I take the weapon out of the hand and I start to fight empty hand. So from the actual form itself, we came down to this actual stabbing motion, and we can see with the hand, if I do this, and imagine doing this with a stick, I'm stabbing into the hepatic vein here. You can see that I'm using a hit into the groin area. Boom, hit. Okay, so it'd be like hitting at somebody's private parts. So I can do the same thing with the ball here. I can block and hit into the groin lock. Boom. Block like I was with the stick. Hand out, stab. Okay, so block, you can see the busau, and then punch into the groin, hitting what would be, like I say, into the private parts. Okay, I bring the position up, you can see, working what would be a guard, and then I turn to block, hence the bong sao here. I hit, turn and hit. Block again, stretch out, 1, 2 and 3. You see I come to the other side. Block, hit out, hit through. Once again, 1, 2 and 3. So that's that relationship with the ball and the weapon. And when we take the weapon out of our hands, just so I can show you this with the ball here, it happens very quickly, okay, and you're actually shifting the position all of the time and keeping both hands moving all the time, keeping this relentless force forward and being able to shift very quickly and effectively and efficiently and get into the person and deliver a very, very effective hit. Once again, all the time using Fibonacci, using the motion of the ball, getting the footwork involved, as you can see, all the time, changing, hitting, pulling the person to hit them, okay, stepping to hit, okay. So, when you're using the weapon, don't think of it as just as a weapon that I'm using to actually hit the person and it look flashy. It's this idea of using the position of my arms and imagine still hitting them with my hand, not hitting them with the weapon. Even though I might have a weapon in my hand, I'm still, you can see, imagining hitting them, blocking them with my arm. You can see, delivering it here, not here. So my mind's always beyond what I'm doing, okay? So that's that, once again, that relationship of the ball and the combat of weapons and the combat when we take the weapons out of our hand and our hands become the weapons. Because in Wing Chun, that's what we're doing, especially in Sui Nim Tao. The idea of the hands being built and the body being built and the footwork and the kicks and all of these techniques building the weapon. That's what Sui Nim Tao does. That's the secret of Sui Nim Tao. It builds the weapons, tans, punches, bong saos, chum saos, all of these techniques, all the ones that are being used with the ball. So thank you to come back to lesson 24. I'll be coming back to lesson 25 and very, very happy training.